Hello and a warm welcome to World This Week by Latest Laws. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. My name is Vasvi Bhatia and let's begin with Supreme Court this week.
The Supreme Court in the case of Sadiq and others versus State of Madhya Pradesh held that in so far as extension of time to complete investigation is concerned, the magistrate would not be competent to consider the request, and the only competent authority to consider such a request would be the court as specified in the provision in Section 43D, subsection 2B of the UAPA. The CJI-led Constitutional Bench of Supreme Court has issued notice in a curative petition filed by Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam Limited against its 2019 verdict that upheld termination of a power purchase agreement by Adani Power Limited. The Supreme Court has held that moratorium under provisions of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, which restrains initiation of any fresh proceedings or discontinuance of existing ones, applies to the corporate debtor and does not protect the promoters of the stressed company. The Supreme Court has observed deferments by courts cause unnecessary burden on it as it granted interim protection from arrest to a man whose anticipatory bail application is pending before the Allahabad High Court for the past 7 months. Supreme Court said it cannot direct states to reopen schools for physical teaching. The top court's observation came as it dismissed a plea that sought directions to the centre and states to consider and take a time-bound decision with regard to the physical reopening of schools and conduct of offline classes. The Supreme Court Collegium, in its meeting held on 16 September 2021, has recommended the elevation of Justice Rajesh Bindal as Chief Justices of the Allahabad High Court. The Supreme Court Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul, in the case titled Kush Kalra versus Union of India and others, refused to vacate its interim order allowing women candidates to appear for the National Defence Academy and Naval Academy examinations this year. The Supreme Court bench comprising Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana and the Justice Surya Kant in the case titled DLF Home Developers Limited versus Rajpura Homes Private Limited dated 29 September 2021 gives their views on whether arbitration reference can be declined if the dispute in question does not correlate to the arbitration agreement. Next we have the Delhi High Court. A plea was moved in the High Court of Delhi seeking its intervention regarding steps taken and preparedness in controlling vector-borne diseases in Delhi by concerned authorities including the governments. Next we have the Bombay High Court. The Bombay High Court Justices G.S. Kulkarni in the case titled Ashish Vinod Dalal and others versus Vinod Raman Lal Dalal and others dated 15 September 2021, saddened by the misery of elderly parents, directed the son and his family to vacate the flat of elderly parents. The Bombay High Court directed Union Minister Narayan Rane to file separate petitions instead of only one that seeks to quash the FIRs registered against him at 6 police stations across the state over his controversial remarks under Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. The Bombay High Court said that it won't allow the Maharashtra government to take up any new development projects until the Mumbai-Goa highway widening project was completed. It further directed the state government to review the ongoing works by December and complete the project at its earliest. Next we have the Allahabad High Court. The Allahabad High Court denied bail to 2 Uttar Pradesh police officials, S.O. Vinay Kumar Tiwari and beat officer Krishna Kumar Sharma, who are facing conspiracy charges in connection with the ambush in Bikru village on July 3, 2020. Next we have Uttarakhand High Court. The High Court of Uttarakhand directed the central and state governments to file a reply within 4 weeks on a public interest litigation related to conducting post-mortems in a virtual manner. The Uttarakhand High Court has conferred designation of senior advocate to 40 advocates in the full court meeting. The designation has been done in view of the Section 16, subsection 2 of Advocates Act 1961. Next we have the Punjab and Haryana High Court. The Punjab and Haryana High Court bench in the case titled Kanwar Singh versus State of Haryana and others gives their opinion on whether President of Municipal Committee can be removed from the post on the ground that he does not hold matriculation recognized by a particular institute or board. Next we have the Jammu and Kashmir High Court. Amid strong apprehension of third wave of COVID-19, the Chief Justice of Common High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh has ordered that only fully vaccinated people will be allowed entry in the courts across the Union territories. Finally, we have miscellaneous news. The Bar Council of India has extended the last date of registration for All India Bar Examination, the 16th, till September 25, 2021. The official statement uploaded on the official website of AIBE states that this is to bring to the kind knowledge of all concerns that the next All India Bar Examination will be held on 31st October 2021. The date for registration for AIBE 16 is extended till 25th September and the payment date is extended till 28th September 2021. A special CBI court rejected the plea filed by the Central Agency for further investigation in Jia Khan's suicide abetment case against actor Suraj Pancholi. A special CBI court rejected the bail applications of Yes Bank founder Rana Kapoor's wife Bindu Kapoor and daughter Roshni and Radha Kapoor Khanna and remanded them in judicial custody in the Diwan Housing Finance Limited case. Rana Kapoor, DHFL, its promoter Kapil Wadhwan, Doit Urban Ventures Limited are booked in the case on charges of criminal conspiracy, cheating and corruption. Indian Premier League petitioner and Cricket Association of Bihar Secretary Aditya Verma has written to BCCI President Saurav Ganguly asking him to look into the constant violations committed by Bihar Cricket Association, failing which Verma will be forced to approach the courts in the country. The Central Bureau of Investigation informed the Jharkhand High Court that Dhanbad Additional District Judge Uttam Anand, who was killed in July after being run over by an auto rickshaw, was apparently hit intentionally. Next we have the international news. Representing India virtually at the UN Secretary General's meeting with select leaders on climate change on 20th September 2021, convened by H.E. Antonio Guterres, United Nations Secretary General, and H.E. Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of United Kingdom, the Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Shri Bhupendra Yadav, underlined the need for upholding the principles of UNFCCC process for any successful outcome in any climate change negotiations, including the upcoming COP26. A US federal judge has struck down a proposed Donald Trump-era rule that aimed to replace the current H-1B cap lottery system with a wage-level-based election process. Judge Kaplan, whose ruling emerged in public court record overnight, said that given the dispute over whether the papers have been served in London, it was now entirely lawful for him to order that they should be sent to the prince's Los Angeles-based lawyer Andrew Brettler. Thank you and have a nice day. This is a weekly program. For more information, check the description box and subscribe to our channel for weekly updates.